Welcome back to the channel. My name is James. I'm the lead coach for the Endeavour Network, and this week we're going to be doing a short series highlighting the services and the backstory of Endeavour and how we came to be to offer these services. So it's time to join the adventure. Anyway, as I mentioned, I'm James, and I wanted to talk to you about the Endeavour Network history. By request this last week, somebody said, you know what, could you give us a little bit more of an expansion of, explanation of what you do? And I wanted to kind of share some of the backstory. So, because really, why would you listen to a guy like me? Why would you listen to this guy for anything? And most of the videos that I'm trying to put out there are really to give you a chance to kind of get to know and feel who this guy is, and hopefully that you get the message that I'm authentic, I'm down to earth, conversational, hopefully relaxed, and you'll find a lot of our content to be very rubber meets the road kind of stuff. And I'm really trying to reach the everyday entrepreneur, the everyday people out there that need this kind of encouragement, support, tactical advantage for building small business, as well as building a great life in business, and so forth. So what is our story? What is the Endeavour Network story? Well, I actually really enjoy the word endeavor, and you'll see across our websites or across my social media, and I'll just put the definition up here. The word endeavor means that, there's a few meanings, but the original root meaning of the word endeavor means to do one's utmost, especially if it's new or difficult. And that really resonated with me a while ago. And so I started using that in some of my coaching material with, corporate team developments and things. And the reason why I rebranded into Endeavour Network was just because it resonated more with the messaging that I was putting out there. It really was something that grabbed people. I used to have a company called Everyday Communities, which I worked with that for 10 years, developed that, and it really was a rallying of people together, people that were beating the street to build their small business. And I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot from it, and I got a lot of goodwill built in my region from that as well. But in 2017, I published a small book called Beyond the Breakers. I'll try to feature it right there. And that little book was a compilation of encouraging stories that I had picked up along the way in my own life experience, as well as learned from others that I have coached over the years. And what was fundamental in this book was, of all the stories, it sort of landed on the compass, of which I've been teaching for a long time. And there is a video on our site going through the actual value of the compass personally and for business application. So in the book had the compass, and then it sort of led me to think, well, the book Beyond the Breakers has a very nautical theme, and to me, Pirates of the Caribbean, or the sail ships, you'll see it everywhere. Like even on this graphic here, this is my business card graphic where there's a small crew on a small ship. They're going on a grand adventure, and that's how I see building small business for most people, is a grand adventure. And I just love that. I love the victories. I love the achievements that they do, that they get. And just seeing the empowerment of people is a real jazz factor for me. So that's why we decided to rebrand in about 2018, spring of 2018, into the Endeavour Network. Now, the network part is about our clients, and one of the things I try to actively do is, if there is a need over here, I try to connect them with maybe a relevant service over here. So these are all clients that I work with, and in the challenges of 2020, 2021, it was really difficult to get people into a room. And so I just had to kind of adapt a little bit and just sort of act as a personal connector with our client base, so that they could feel that they're still a part of something, that they are still, valuable and relevant, that their stories matter. And so that's where the network part of the company name comes from. So one major question over 24 years of coaching that I received is, when I'm interviewing somebody for potential work engagement, one of the fundamental things they ask is this your stuff? And I draw back to a story where I met a guy who really wanted to be a part of something. He wanted to join into our coaching profession. You know, I get a lot of people that say, I want to be a coach like you, or, you know, how do I be a coach like that? And one of the things I put out there for them is, can you draw people onto yourself? Can you attract people to come and be a part of a dialogue or engagement, or, you know, will they listen to you when you're teaching? And this guy was no different. He came to me and we met for the first time in a coffee shop, and he brought an armload of these binders and books. And what he wanted to say to me was, I'm qualified. He puts this, I kid you not, it must have been about almost 2 feet thick, these binders of different courses. And he talked to me about them, and they all had very good, you know, points of interest and content. And as he finished his sort of description of all these things, how he's certified here and here and here and here and here, I looked at him, and I wasn't trying to be smart. I'm really trying to be encouraging. And I asked him, I said, there's one book missing. He said, which is that? And I said, which one is yours? Which content comes from you? I said, if I'm going to pay you money, I want to know what you've learned. I've always taught my kids, and it's an ancient principle, that, you know, a smart man will learn from his own mistakes, but a wise man will learn from the mistakes of others. And this is what I was trying to get out of him is, tell me your journey, because I will learn something very significant and unique from your journey. So come back to that question, you know, is this your stuff? Now, most of the things that I teach are from my own varied experience in entrepreneurship, but I've also gleaned a lot from my clients and colleagues along the way. So, you know, when I formulate or write a course or formulate a teaching content module, I try to pull it first authentically out of my life and experience, so that you get the best quality and enthusiasm from what's being taught and shared. But that's, you know, the experience I have with people is just very honest, real, and the results are long lasting. They're deep rooted and long lasting. So anyway, that, you know, the next coming videos that I'm going to be sharing are going to highlight each particular service that we have. I promise it won't be boring, because it comes with a story. There is a backstory that, you know, it's all about the journey, and it's not just something I just decided that I'm gonna give these people this, you know, load of BS or whatever and make money from it. No, this is real stuff, and I hope that you will take the time and join us on that journey. Thank you for your time today. If you find our content helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe to these channels, as we are trying to build these channels up and get our message a little bit more outward. So I hope I'm doing good as a facilitator, as a speaker for you. I hope you'll notice that our production value is getting better as I'm getting better with the technology. But yeah, thanks for your time today. Talk soon.